Greetings, car fanatics. Is adding an aftermarket exhaust to a Porsche Boxster or Cayman increase horsepower and torque? In this video, we're going to find out. We'll be testing the ECG Performance Valved Exhaust for the 2009 to 2012 Porsche 987.2. This fits all Boxster and Cayman Base, SR, and Spider models. The exhaust utilizes 2.5-inch stainless steel piping and a true X pipe setup to maximize performance and sound. The valved exhaust system comes with our exhaust valve controller and 2 key fobs, but it can be optioned with our wireless PSC button module. This allows you to easily retrofit the Porsche Sport exhaust button to open and close the exhaust valves. Let's take a look at our test vehicle. It's a 2009 Porsche Boxster Base model with a 2.9-liter engine. From the factory, this car makes 255 horsepower and 214 pound-feet of torque. However, this car has a Fabspeed style X-pipe, which Fabspeed claims bumps horsepower and torque by 7 wheel horsepower and 6 pound-feet of torque respectively. And I definitely believe it because the 987.2 from the factory uses either a T or H pipe depending on which model you have, and this forces the exhaust gases from one bank of the engine to collide with gases from the other bank. This is definitely not ideal for exhaust flow. On the other hand, with an X-pipe, the gases from one bank of the engine actually help pull gases from the other bank of the engine to create a scavenging effect. To get started, let's visit our friends at Jotech where we're going to do a baseline dyno run. Alright, our test car put down 227.6 wheel horsepower and 194.6 pound-feet of torque. Now let's quickly swap out the factory muffler with the ECG Performance Valved Exhaust. For a full DIY tutorial on how to install a valved exhaust on your 987, check out the link in the description. Alright, the ECG Performance Valved Exhaust has been installed. Let's do a before and after sound check. As you can tell, the new ECG Performance Valved Exhaust with the valves open really gives the 987 a much more aggressive sound. Now let's dyno the car with the ECG Performance Exhaust and see how much power we're going to make. Let's check out our dyno chart to get a better idea of the performance gains. We can see with the ECG Performance Valved Exhaust that the car made more horsepower and torque starting around 2700 RPM. The max gains were just at under 4000 RPM, where the car gained 8.8 wheel horsepower and 11.8 pound-feet of torque. Assuming Fabspeed's claims about an X-pipe are true, then we could potentially be seeing max gains of 16 wheel horsepower and 18 pound-feet of torque versus a stock car. Above 4500 RPM, the gains taper off, but we still end up with peak performance gains. We made an additional 2.6 peak wheel horsepower and 7.2 pound-feet of torque. Again, if we believe Fabspeed's claims, we're potentially making an additional 9 peak wheel horsepower and 13 foot-pounds of torque versus a stock 987.2 base model. And I think this is totally reasonable given the restrictive factory exhaust design. Driving around town in the 987.2 with the ECG Performance Exhaust, I noticed the car had a tendency to break the rear tires loose when accelerating quickly from a stop. When driving with the car beforehand, I didn't notice this behavior. The 987.2 definitely felt stronger in the low to mid range. Well, there you have it, car fanatics. As you can see, in addition to sounding much better, a Porsche 987.2 can pick up a few horsepower and torque with a properly designed exhaust system like the one from ECG Performance. While the gains aren't like adding an exhaust system to a forced induction car, you can reasonably pick up an additional 5 to 10 wheel horsepower and pound-feet of torque. If you're interested in purchasing an ECG Performance Valve Exhaust for your Porsche 997.2, visit ecgperformance.com. Thanks for watching, Car Fanatics. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Leave me comments or questions below, and be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you're notified each time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.